can you bring me my computer, please? I would love to start a profile right now today. That would be amazing. Thank you so much. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Isn't he awesome?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so what do I need to do to manifest him? What would you do with a client? Just, real quick and easy, what can I do to manifest the partner of my dreams?
Okay, so number one thing, as I said before, is how do you feel, right? How do they bring out the best in you? So you really want to take a look at what do you like to do with somebody? What do you like to feel? Like, do you like to laugh? Do you see, some people like their space.
Yes.
Some people want to be with the person all the time. So you really need to know who you are, like you had mentioned, Donna. So when you start writing down your intentions, you maybe just want to say, this is how I want to feel. And that's before you write the profile. Just know in advance. And I would almost maybe just to manifest it, create a perfect day. Ooh. Write it down in a journal. This is what the day feels like. I wake up laying next to my lover, the sun is shining, and then, for example, some people are in relationships and they feel pressure. They get up, they got to go put their makeup on before they spend time with the partner. Or they got to get up and, brush their teeth and all that stuff, right?
You're gonna get yeah. Somebody else.
Yeah. So you need to know. So just imagine your ideal day. And then get in the energy of already being with that person you love.
As if they already exist.
As if they already exist and you are beaming that energy. And now, after you've positioned yourself with that energy,
yes.
What you write is going to be it's going to be filled with the energy. So the person who connects with that, when they read it, there's going to be an energetic pull. Right? So that's that chemistry that you don't see. A lot of manifesting is unseen.
Right. I just wonder where I go wrong. And maybe you feel like you go wrong too because you haven't found that person. It's kind of like, if I know what I want and I'm writing it down, maybe we lead too much with our do's and don'ts opposed to the feelings.
Yeah, absolutely, right?
Yeah.
Because I know couples who are married. It looked good on paper, right? They had a great job, they're responsible, they have this thing that they're expecting of their partner.
Yeah.
And the disconnects and those arguments happen because they're not that person anymore, but you have to get to the feeling because you're going to be growing together. Right? If it's long term, you're going to be changing your jobs. You're going to be caught without a job. How is that going to impact your relationship if you already don't like the person and like who you are when you're with that person? So we got to get out of our heads, get more into your heart.
Yeah.
When you're right. So let's get out of our heads and get into your heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. We're going to set the profile. What goes into the profile, Kurt? We need to choose a picture.
Choose a picture.
Okay, so what kind of picture? Because I've seen some women, I don't know what they think they're attracting or manifesting with some of the pictures that they use.
There's definitely a lot of women out there that say that they're not looking for, anything casual, but their picture only depicts casual. So,
what does it look like to only depict casually?
Somebody is saying they don't want casual, but they have a picture of them in bed with lingerie on. That to me doesn't. It's a mixed message, right? That's a definite mixed message.
No mixed messaging. Got you.
No mixed messaging.
Okay.
I'd say the next thing, just maybe a quick one-liner about yourself. Something that.
I'm awesome. No.
A bit more, maybe.
What does yours say?
Mine says, looking to go on my last first date.
Oh, he's really good at this.
Very.
But why is he not manifesting then? Where's the disconnect? There's something happening there.
Well, energetically, right? Do you have in your mind what it is you're looking for in the woman?
Interesting enough, for a while, I've actually had a book that every night I would write down a list of qualities and characteristics and things I wanted in a relationship with somebody and sleep with it under my bed.
So it's with somebody, or is it about that person, or where are you in that picture? Again, how do you feel with that person? Is that missing? Yeah, is that missing?
That is missing.
Yeah, and that's going to keep missing unless
how
you really
I feel
call
with
it.
That person.
Yeah, call it in. Call it in. You need to know how you feel with that person, right? And you need to know how you feel with that person even when things get tough, right?
That's good.
So start putting some of that in there, because right now, when you start looking at what they do, what they look like. It's the surface. It's not the whole person.
Right.
And for lifetime commitments, you want to know and embrace and attract the whole person, but also it's about who you are.
Okay,
It's
so
about who
are
you
you pro me putting pictures of me smoking weed? Because weed is a part of my life. And I don't want to be with somebody, I don't care if he smokes or not.
Yeah.
I just don't want to hide who I am. So you need to know this about me, that I'm going to smoke some weed, and I usually want it involved in my sexual experiences.
I'd say 100% of dating profiles always have an option about whether or not you actually smoke weed or do drugs.
So I don't have to put myself out there
You
like
don't
that
actually
on
have to put
blast?
yourself out there like that. You don't have to. It's up to you, though, if that's something you feel you need to display.
Well, I'm not like a weed head, but you know what I mean? I want them to know that this is something, I don't drink, really. I used to drink sometimes socially, but this is so much more satisfying to me. So now I'm more of like a what would you call it? A romantic, an intimacy smoker, and a creativity smoker.
I don't think those options are. I think it's occasional drinker or occasional smoker.
Maybe I'll create my one-liner will be like, I'm a creative and intimacy smoker who's looking for my last smoke partner.
Nice.
Sounds good. That sounds great because it's really authentic to who you are.
Yeah, right?
And then all the people who don't fit that can just say bye-bye.
Yeah,
Right?
like,
And I like what you said before, like that person only had one picture. You're going to have more than one picture.
Yeah.
At least a few pictures that show the different
pictures.
parts of you, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's not just about you being a smoker in intimate situations, you know, you've got other things happening for you. So make sure they show in the pictures.
Got you, I like that. Okay, Kurt, what else? What else comes? So you got to take your picture, you do a cute little one-liner that kind of grabs attention.
Yeah.
Because it's real out there. There's a lot of competition, no?
There's
So what do you
competition.
do to stand out?
I'd say women in Toronto, especially black women in Toronto, have competition because there's a lot of what appear to be amazing women, right?
What appear to be. Got you.
A brief bio on yourself. So whatever you think that you need to show somebody immediately about yourself in, a paragraph or two, right?
So when I do a show or if I'm always out there in the public, is it ideal to put that on there, or will I manifest and attract something I don't want? I think I'll ask Donna because that's a boundary conversation.
It is definitely a boundary conversation, and I'm hearing what these two lovely persons are talking about. I'm going to tell you something. As much as you're writing and you're manifesting and you're doing your mantras, if you don't believe it, it's not going to come through.
Right.
If it's coming from a place of just your mouth, it's because people. I'm like, we're
Chatty,
gabbing,
chatty.
Deep down, you'd always hear someone say, I'm ready for a relationship, but there's no good man around. So here's
They just
conflict.
kill their
They kill them.
flower.
Yeah.
There's just conflict. So you can't be saying, I want this amazing person, amazing man, amazing woman, and I have all these attributes that I want to give, but you're saying it with your mouth, but deep down you don't believe it.
Right.
What's going to happen? So in
Yeah.
terms of setting boundaries, we have to be authentic to who we are and what is it that we want in
Yeah.
order to get what we need and have an open and honest conversation. Are you
Love it.
okay with having sex on the first date? These are things that we have to always talk about too. Am I not? Am I going to wait or give this man 90 days and then you get your 90 days comes and you give it to him and then he disappears? So these are conversations.
Yeah, what's
we
that all
have.
about?
Listen, if a man wants to have sex with you on the first day or the 90 day, if they're going to stay, they're going to stay. If they're going to leave, they're going to leave.
Wow.
So this is where we have to, as humans, we have to be awake and be aware and look for the red flags and don't pretend you didn't see the red flags. The red flags are right there.
Yes. What are the green flags? I want to. What are the green flags? Like go, go, go! Yes, bitch, get it. What is that? Like, how do you know when it's okay to have sex on the first date? Is it ever?
It's an energy thing.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. It's
It's okay to have it, right?
Of course it is.
Big people.
Thank God.
No, it's okay. Listen, this is where we are. We are so dumbed down by our ancestors' story, and that we're taking on their story. It's an individual thing. Are you okay having sex on the first date?
Yeah.
Okay, is your body fighting against you? You can feel if you have sex on the first date and you're feeling this heavy burden of guilt and shame, then it's not for you. Or if you're okay and you're fluid and going with the motion and the understanding that this makes me feel good.
Interesting.
Sex is not a sin. Sex is not something that you're supposed to feel bad about. Sex
Right.
is supposed to be enjoyed and loved. It's exchanging of energy. It's it's been open and fluid and understanding that I'm okay with this. I've had women who went on first date and they get married.
Wow.
Yes,
Well, the man, I guess, would have to also be open to that. Like, what are your opinions when you sleep with someone on the first date? Do you formulate anything in your mind about it?
No, the last person I was in a long-term relationship with was somebody I actually slept with on the first date.
Okay.
Right, so-
But would you say most men in your peer group are like that? Because I hear a lot of different conflicting things about that. You know, they have a lot of opinions about women who have a high body count or whatever it is, as if, hello, I'm 47, I'm going to have a high body count, okay?
I just think it depends on how open you are to your sexuality. Like, I don't feel like there's a problem if two people really connect and jive together and respect each other, and they want to take that step together. I don't see a problem. On the top three, I just feel like in terms of quality, you have a good range of people that I would like. But really, I'm going to have to pump Hinge to the top of the list, because with Hinge, you can sort and filter based on preferences you might make. So liking Black women, I can actually click Black women. I don't have to go through 50 other pictures before I get to what I want. So Hinge is big for me.
So why do you go on Tinder still? Just in case?
You know what? I keep it open because I might be missing somebody. You never know.
Or you might just be horny. Because no, you have to talk to things, because Tinder is known for what Tinder is known for.
But I don't subscribe to it like that.
So you hear what Tinder's about,
For sure.
and then you go on there and you're looking for long-term love.
Well, how about this? Plenty of Fish has the same type of stigma as Hinge,
Oh, it
right?
does?
Yeah, it used to, right? And I found my last relationship was 3 years on Plenty of Fish. So I think
3 years.
3 years, yeah. I think it depends on what you're looking for and what you and the relationship will follow whatever path you're trying to make it follow. Like, let's not pretend, everybody's adults, right? So if you end up in somebody's bedroom, it wasn't by accident.